Good morning and welcome to another edition of Poetry and Paintings for Pennies and Bras. Woo! Today's segment, I want to focus on whose fault is it anyway? Last segment I talked about being downsized by God, and basically what I meant by that is that a lot of times we are at fault. We make wrong choices and bad decisions. And so today I wanted to come back and give you, I guess, like another part, a conclusion to the last segment. I have one painting and a portrait to share. And basically I'm talking about real love comes from a place of discipline. I believe that, and that's what I believe, God is love. And when you are disciplined, it's coming because somebody loves you and they care about you. They truly care about you. And this is the painting that I wanted to share. And this painting basically deals with like 8 different emotions. I try to focus on the positive emotions. Joy, peace, happiness, contentment, curiosity, being surprised, or wondering what's going to happen, and humor. We have to use humor sometimes to laugh when it's not funny, to get us through hard times. And that's basically the way I feel, or what I believe, how God feels about us. And I wanted to share one poem with you today that's entitled, "It's Not God's Fault." Somebody was drunk and ran through a red light. Your child was killed, but it's not God's fault. Somebody broke your heart, and now you are sad and lonely, but it's not God's fault. Somebody told a lie on you, and other people believed it, but it's not God's fault. Somebody molested your childhood and filled it with abuse, but it's not God's fault. Somebody laughed at you because you were too fat or too skinny, but it's not God's fault. Somebody practiced unsafe sex, and now you have an STD, HIV, or AIDS, but it's not God's fault. Somebody stole your money and broke into your account, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is sexually promiscuous, and now you are a grandparent way too early, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is jealous of you, and they keep trying to do everything that you do, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is obsessed with you, and they keep trying to find you and won't leave you alone, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is deranged. They keep calling your home, hanging up, or maybe they're trying to sell you items that you don't want, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is misusing your social security number, your name, your address, and other personal information, but it's not God's fault. Somebody is going to die early from diabetes, heart failure, or cancer, but it's not God's fault. Somebody died in a hurricane or some other natural disaster, but it's not God's fault. Evil is on a rampage, and it is rampant in the land, but it's not God's fault. I think evil, sickness, and death, it comes from mad men. People are just crazy and just doing crazy things to harm other people. It comes from our sins, disobedience, making poor choices, making the wrong choices. And it also comes from temptations of Satan. Satan cannot make you do anything, but sometimes you give in to your weaknesses or your temptations, and then you fall prey to some disaster. But remember, whatever is going on, especially when it's harmful, it's not God's fault. And please remember, since this is the holiday season, don't overspend. Don't spend money that you don't have. That's a lot of times we get into trouble. We want to blame everybody else. No. You have to start being responsible for the choices that you have made in life. It's not somebody else's fault. So I hope you have enjoyed this segment of poetry and paintings from Pennies and Bras. And stay tuned for more. And thank you for watching. And I hope you have enjoyed it.